So, there's a little bit of mic gain we can have.
Okay. If needed.
You guys are too quiet.
Okay.
Don't know what's happening here.
Doesn't need motion capture, does it?
Oh, what happened if I... Okay, that's what it was. Okay. What you need to do? Do a slate out. Basically, that slate in, slate out is what's covering.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You can see it just makes it YouTube now.
Uh-huh.
Oops. Two people watching.
No, there's only one.
There's the one left. There we go. Alright. Alright, cool. So first time live streaming. We're going to do the Trainer Roads FTP test today. We're going to do the 8-minute FTP test. If you've never been here before, I'm Jason Bikes. What else should you know? I've been doing a 30-day test of Trainer Road, and so this is kind of the wrap-up of that. Where I do the second FTP test to see if I've gained any power from this. And to be fair, it's only a 30-day test, so not a lot of gain is usually done from working out for 30 days versus, say, 8 weeks or something like that. Sorry, I'm also setting up the software while we do this. And what was I saying? But hopefully we'll see some gains today, and we'll be able to report on that. The test takes an hour, and so we'll do a warm-up set, and then we'll have 2 8-minute blocks where I need to put out consistent but heavy power. So we'll see how well that goes. Speed sensor came online, heart rate sensor is thinking about it, cadence sensor is thinking about it. Once I start, I will try to continue talking, but no guarantees that I will be able to. Heart rate sensors having issues. All right, I got speed, I got cadence, I got no heart rate. Isn't Bluetooth fun? Cool. I got my buddy Lanny here helping me out.
Hello, everyone.
He will not get on camera. I begged him, but he wouldn't do it.
Nope, just the disembodied voice.
Can you scroll down? Just curious. Cool. So for those of you who jumped in here, thank you and welcome. Hey, we have a heart rate monitor, so let's get started. All right, so I'm using the Trainer Road software. Unfortunately, there's not a good way to show you that as it runs on my tablet. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing pulled up. If you've been following the review videos of this, you'll know that frequently this app crashes partway into each workout. I'm running the beta software from Trainer Road. It's a huge improvement over their first version, and the crashing is tolerable next to all the other stuff from the non-beta version. So, see if I can not crash on camera. I know I can start on the rollers without crashing, but of course there's a camera and I'm talking. But hey, we did it, and we're going. And as soon as this thing wants to show power, there we go. Workout started. So functional threshold power is the test we're doing right now. I could try to explain that to you, but I wouldn't do it very well. So go Google that. But leave this on in the background, maybe. So today, or the first day that I did this, we did a functional threshold power test. And mine was established at 282, which comes out to for my weight, about 3.3 watts per kilogram. For those of you who are curious, I've done this about enough. Sorry, it's talking to me. So, I've done these Trainer Road workouts consistently over the last 4 weeks. I have also done some of my own rides, which may be to my own detriment. I may have over-fatigued myself, but we will see. So we'll do a test today. It looks like at about halfway, or just before halfway, is when the first 8-minute block starts. So we do a warm-up, and we do a couple sprints, and then we do an 8-minute power test. This is the first time I've live streamed. It's kind of, we took over the office in Arkansas because I'm great at planning, and decided to do this while on a business trip. So, this is not my normal setup, but hey, made it work. I stopped talking for a while. It's because there's text on the workout that I'm trying to read, and I've yet to figure out how to talk and read at the same time. Let me know if this is too loud or too quiet in the chat, and we can adjust that. One thing this process has done is taught me how to ride these rollers. Prior to this, I'd done it maybe, let's say 5 times. So I've been able to figure out how to get on by holding my arm against a wall and getting on. And then over the last 4 weeks or so, I've been able to really switch it up to where I can start without any sort of assistance. I can ride without any sort of thing to hold on to or thing to balance against if I start to lose my balance. Figured out how to stand up on the rollers, and I figured out how to grab my water bottle out of the frame. Hopefully I can do all that today without falling. about 1 minute left in the warm-up here, and then we start to ramp up. Not terribly much, just a little bit. This will easily be the most I've ever talked during a ride, if I keep this up. See how it goes. All right, warm up finished. Now we just sort of ramp. As we start to warm up, it ramps us up to what looks like maybe 75% of previous FTP. And yeah. So a little about my setup. I do not have a power meter. I'm using TrainerRoad's virtualized power, which I'm able to do because the rollers I've got are resistance rollers, and they have a known power curve. So that combined with the speed meter on my rear wheel, or speed, yeah. Speed meter, whatever. On my rear wheel allows TrainerRoad to estimate my power. It has a interesting lag effect though. If I spike up or down due to the change in speed. In addition to that, I use a Bluetooth heart rate monitor and a Bluetooth cadence meter just to keep an eye on what my body's doing. So TrainerRoad gives you your target power that you're going for, plus your current power, whether that's with your power meter or through your virtualized power. And then as well as any readouts from your other sensors like heart rate and cadence, total time of your workout, and then what's left of your time of your interval. So right now we got about 4.5 minutes left of the sort of raising pace interval, and we'll go from there. Got a slightly better view than my normal basement workout view. Since I'm in the office here, we're right on the Arkansas River down in Little Rock. Got some nice trees and flowers outside. You get to look at the river. It's a very different river from where it starts by where I live. We've made many jokes about riding from the headwaters down here instead of taking flights. It's always an interesting test because the trick is to go as hard as you can consistently, so not spiking at the beginning and then riding it out, or spiking at the end because you didn't go hard enough and have a lot of energy left at the end. But you have to do that consistently over 8 minutes, which is kind of longer than you think it should be. But you want to keep the same output level over that whole time. And remembering that you have to do 2 of them. So if you blow up on the first one, your second one won't be as good of an effort, or yeah, I think that's how it works. And basically, because you won't have 2 similar efforts, you don't get a very clean FTP estimation. The software just told me a 2 to 3% increase is common between these tests. So that's what, that'll put me up to, let's do hard math while we pedal, Jason. 1% would be 2.8. So 5 to 8. So we're looking at near 290 at the top end. All right, about 10 seconds left in this interval. I'm going to jump up in power here in just a sec, just for a couple of minutes. Too high. So that's where that lag is on this virtualized power. I was consistently outputting to the pedals, but it took time for that speed to catch up on the wheels. It gets there eventually, but you have to know what's coming. The only time it's been a real issue is when they have 10-second sprints. The virtualized math never catches up in time. Virtualized math? That's not a real thing. Laney, it's hot in here. I forgot a fan.
Oddly enough, I feel just fine.
I wonder why. This isn't super interesting content. I'll give you that. some high cadence intervals here. Get your legs nice and warmed up for the efforts to come. All right, 5 seconds left to this. Another rest break. Looks like next up we got a very fast sprint effort. I'm sure you'll come on and tell me all about it shortly here. Yep. So right now we're shooting for 141 watts, 90 RPM. My gearing either puts me over or under that, so I'm going for a little bit over at 155. And next up is what they call blowout efforts. So I call them sprints, but they call them blowout efforts. About 10 seconds to go on that. Jump it up. All right, 30 seconds to go. And hang on to this. Maybe went out a little hard at the beginning there. All right. Well, that got my heart rate up. Maybe did that one a little wrong. We about made that one. was not the most graceful I've ever done that. Yeah. Just over 20 minutes into this workout. Turn the weight on. One minute until the next blowout effort. I'll track this one a little bit better this time. All right, gradual but high effort. All right. Five minutes of spinning and then the actual 8-minute block start. I don't know what I was thinking coming to the south to do this. It's hot down here. Pacing. So we go into this, huh? It's telling me to not go out too hard. So I don't blow up. Kind of like I did on that first sprint effort. It's a good point that the whole point of this is to actually get a good assessment, not to beat the machine. Now we're going to get some people here with the cleaning crew. Sorry, I'm trying to read their messages here to get the right idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. We can get that if I'm in your way. We can get that if I'm in your way. We can get the trash if I'm going to be in your way.
No, it's okay.
Okay. All right, I have 20 seconds to start this, and then we'll get going. All right, let's see what the target is. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 minutes at 3:10 is what it's asking for. We shoot for like a 350-ish range. Maybe 340. See how this goes. It's hard to tell with the lag on the virtualized power. Yeah, I think I can hold something right around this for 7 more minutes. I don't think I'll talk a lot during it. Right now I'm doing about 330 watts. It jumped. I think about the strategies that they've tried to teach me over the last 4 weeks about pulling and kicking, leg alignment. So every 2 minutes they chime in and ask you, how you doing there, Homer? Or something to that effect. All right, 3 minutes of 8 down, 5 to go. Trying to keep that 3:30 pace. Let it slip a little. Try not to. Halfway there. I changed up my cadence a little bit. Get more close to my normal cadence. I was up near 100 there in the last 4 minutes. My normal is somewhere around 90 to 95. That does a pretty good job of reminding you to breathe, reevaluate. Make sure you're not spiking all over the place. Because there's still going to be an 8-minute block coming up. All right, 3 minutes to go, 5 minutes down. We got this. Oh man. 2 minutes, guys. One minute to go. Actually up to my power to 345-ish over the last 4 minutes. Oh yeah, just relax. So a reminder, our target was 310 for this session. I'll let you know what I averaged as soon as this finishes in 30 seconds. Heart rate's up to 140s. Wish I had a way to share the app screen. I just don't have a good way to do it. Yeah, that's the other thing, is not to sprint out of these. It's just consistent. All right, so I averaged, first we need that down. All right, 8 minutes, 338 watts. And having to catch the rest of it. A lot of the messages in the app assume you're on a fixed trainer and not a pair of rollers. Or pair of rollers? Just one rollers. I don't need 2 sets of rollers. That would be scary. All right, all right, 9 minutes of down time. Let my heart recover. Let my body recover. I don't know if I can get this sweat off me, but we'll see. Did not run the fan today so that the mic wouldn't pick it up. Might have been the stupidest thing I've ever done, because I'm sweating. Although this will better acclimatize me to, or acclimate me. I don't know, I can't remember which one's naturally done and the other way. To riding this weekend around Arkansas. My resting power target is 141 watts. I'm going to do that for just over 7 more minutes. And we got another 8-minute block. And then a little wind down and we're done. It's a shorty, but it should hurt when it's done. You know? Any you want to do my second 8 minutes?
No.
No?
No.
Come on, man. It's a ton of fun.
I would hate to rob you of the enjoyment.
Uh-huh. Not the worst way to watch the sun go down, though. All right. This might be the weirdest thing I've ever done. Ride a bike indoors while staring at a screen full of numbers while I broadcast it to the internet.
If that's the weirdest thing you've ever done, you've lived a very tame life.
Hey, not all of us can be online porn stars, Lainey. All right, about 3.5 minutes to go of this cool down stretch. 2/3 of the way through it. Heart rate's coming down nicely. Try to keep my cadence up during these. I find it's hard to bring it back up if I let it drop. It's easier just to run up a natural cadence I like. And go from there. All right. I think I get through this tonight, and then tomorrow morning go ride my bike again. All right. So 340, 345, somewhere in there. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for again. It seemed like a good effort. It was hard enough to hold, but I could finish it, and I was able to hold a pretty level output. So we'll try to do that again. Seconds to go. Start setting up my gearing. Seconds to go. All right, 8-minute test. Here we go again. 46 minutes into this workout. Trying not to spike into this too quickly. There it is. The power readout has a bar underneath it that's color coded to help you quickly understand if you're within the range they're asking for. This is probably this and the 20-minute FTP test are probably the two workouts where you might be wanting to go to red and hold it there. All right, I don't know if I can talk to this. So we're just gonna do it. 6.5 minutes to go. Let's do this. All right. All right, halfway done. 4 minutes down, 4 minutes to go. Sticking with the plan. Roughly 90 RPM. 345-ish. Being down the drops like this doesn't exactly make me faster since I'm not going anywhere. But it's just what feels good today. He says as he gets out of the drops. Oh well. There's something in my bibs poking me. That doesn't feel great. Trying to ignore it. All right. Just under 3 minutes to go. We can do this. Smooth it out. Nice and smooth. Six down, 2 to go. Do anything for 2 minutes. This one is certainly harder than the first one, now that I understand what I'm looking at and what I'm supposed to be doing. Trainer Road has a great blog post on how to do an FTP test that I should have read before my first one. I just jumped right in like I do. All right, 45 seconds. Been holding 345, 350 the whole time. Let's see what it averages out at in 30-ish seconds. But don't sprint your last 30. The idea is to put a nice, consistent effort. Lay down a flat line. Ten seconds. Man, it is hard not to sprint when you were told 10 seconds. And there it is. An average of 345. And the RPM, it was 135. And now we just start the cool down. That's pretty much the whole thing. We'll find out at the end if, I don't know, if I earned a new FTP, I guess is the best way to put it. We'll see. We can eat dinner after this. I think I did pretty good that time. Looking at these two 8-minute blocks, they both have a pretty flat power output across them. First one, I probably tried to put too high of an RPM into it outside of my normal zone. Ended up actually putting out less power. So that's interesting. Once I adjusted my cadence to be my more regular cadence, you can see where it fell right in line with what I ended up doing for the second 8-minute block. So I'm pretty happy with this output. We'll see what Trainer Road calculates my new FTP as, and then we'll shut this down. If you hung around for this, I appreciate it. If you're watching this after the fact, hope you enjoyed watching somebody sweat for an hour. Oh. Next time I'm going to check the fan and see if I can get it to work.
If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. Lets me know that people are interested in what I'm making. This is not my regular content. Unfortunately, what I regularly do is not streamable. So you gotta subscribe and check it out. Every Tuesday I post new mountain bike videos. And I'm trying to post other videos at least one more time during the week. Recently it's been the test of this Trainer Road software. So, if you haven't checked that out, if you haven't taken a look at that, and maybe getting into some managed training is interesting to you, check it out. I kind of go through a day-by-day experience with the software and how I'm growing, things like that. Ah, 2 minutes left of the cooldown. And this is where it gets hard sometimes. I'm putting out a lot of power. And now they're asking me to put out, 94 watts. I've been putting out 350 for the last 10 minutes. 8 minutes, whatever. I've had this go down as low as 60 before. And I start running out of gears. Your cadence starts dropping. And it's fine if you're on a fixed wheel trainer. On the rollers, there's a balance point that gets a little tricky. All right. 90 seconds to go in the workout. We'll wrap this up. I'd shut this down, but I want to let you guys know what the outcome's been. We got new FTP. Again, this started out at 282, which I think was 2.2, 2.3. No, that's not right. I can't remember what the watts per kilogram were. I'll have to do the calculation again. But it started out at 282 for my FTP. And in a little over a minute, we'll find out what the new one is. 45 seconds left to cool down. This one's going to take me all the way down to maybe 85. Looks like. Oh, heart rate's dropping nicely. Trick is stopping without falling off. The trick to that is catching the rail with your shoe. Especially in here. I'm on a slick floor. So if I just go for the tip over, it's going to slide. 2, 1. All right, workout complete. All right, previous FTP was 282, new one, 307. So I did it. The goal was to go over 300, 307, and now we'll take it and we'll have to earn it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to shut it down now. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Hit the big stop button up the top.